Yo, yo, yo! Back for another round of Brews and Views. I am Art Dog here with JK and Big Cliff. You can see us on, or hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. We got all that. Brews and Views pod at yahoo.com if you want to hit us up for topics or anything to ask us. Our engineer, is that what you call him?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Engineer over here. Jay Sean is making our beats and things, counting us in. You can hit him up at King Time Beats on YouTube. Listen to his stuff. We got the Shirtless Wonder over there.
My intern.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, my intern.
Intern. He runs and fetches us things. That's what he's for. But like I said, this is Brews and Views. You know, we started this thing. When I thought it up, I thought, what are my passions? I like beer. I don't know if that's a good passion or not, but it is what it is.
One of mine.
It's one of mine. And I like talking about anything, any and everything, talking shit. So I know if you haven't listened to the first few episodes, we touched on beer, but we haven't talked about much. And we're going to try to incorporate that a little bit more, because that is one of my big passions. Is I love beer. I love craft beer for me, and I just, it's something that just tastes good. It's refreshing, warms you up in the winter, cools you off in the summer. It's a good beverage.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Good beverage. Yeah. So
it's no bad time to drink beer.
Yes, never a bad time to drink
Not
beer.
at all.
Never. But right now, I am drinking one of my staples, old school, started in 1759, the Guinness Extra Stout.
Man, you knew that offhand? 17?
No, it says it right there on the bottle. If the label didn't tell me, I probably wouldn't have known it. But yeah, it's Guinness Stout. It's it's a thicker, heavier beer. I don't know if you call it. I guess it's a beer, but it's a stout. It's dark. This one's only 5.6% in alcohol. I don't know, when I first had it, I probably didn't like it, but when I first had it, I was probably 17. So
A lot of shit we didn't like then.
a lot of shit I didn't like when I was 17.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorites now. Is, when I try to go, because I'm a stout guy. When I want to drink stout, but I don't want to go heavy, or what I normally go, which is like anywhere from 7, 8, 9, 10% alcohol. I go with the Guinness. Goes down easy. So, yeah. So, Big Cliff, what you got there, man?
I'm trying this nut brown ale. Not quite as dark as your stout there, but it's not bad. It's from the St. George Brewing Company here in Hampton, Virginia.
Support local if you can.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And that's wherever you are, support local.
That's just not too bad. Kind of bitter here.
Bitter.
Not exactly my cup of tea, but I can see myself drinking this, drinking more of it.
Or just like an ale or like...
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But I mean, even though I'm not too fond of the taste, it is refreshing.
It is refreshing, and then, a lot of times, once you get past the neck of the bottle,
Doesn't really matter.
it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
I got the same jump.
Okay.
I got the same nut brown ale. Just put it in the Redskin mug.
It has to taste better by default.
Yeah, because it's in the Skins mug. But
in off season.
yeah, well, in season, then you drink your sorrows out of it.
you mix during the season. You mix it with some tears, and some heartache, and some pain.
Off season is hope. So you got hope in beer, tastes better. Off season, during the season, you got heartache, disappointment. In beer, tastes better. So yeah, there you go. You want to try some of that, Art?
Yeah, let me see what we got here. I didn't cleanse my palate though, so I don't know what.
Does that really matter, guy?
Probably not. This is kind of smooth.
Yeah, it is. It's not my favorite, but I could drink them.
The nut brown ale could use a different name. It's a little weird, but I don't say it out loud or
Yeah.
But I don't like to tell anybody I eat nuts and drink.
Quick disclaimer: we thought we were buying a not brown ale.
These fuckers can't read.
Evidently not.
But
Yeah.
But shout out to the St. George Brewing Company.
Yeah, it's not bad. Just you can't show nobody the label. You just put it in the mug and go about your business.
Well, if you're telling people, you might as well make sure they know you're drinking beer before you just say, "I was drinking some nut brown."
We'll just say brown ale.
Some brown ale.
Yeah, some brown ale.
Yeah.
And don't say brown nut. Don't do that either.
I think you need to go to the doctor. But this is Brews and Views. We're just, cutting loose, talking about brews. And, there's one brew that's losing, I guess, some sales recently. Mm-hmm. And that is Corona, because of the coronavirus that is going around the world. Which is, sorry, that's my daughter's toy. Yeah, so Corona is losing sales because of the coronavirus going around, which I don't understand how that goes together. I mean, I haven't heard anywhere that you get coronavirus from drinking Coronas.
It just shows you, let's just say,
use the word.
The level of stupidity.
There we go.
that we're dealing with. The level of common sense that's lacking. Let's put it that way.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad, but I mean, it is what it is. And the coronavirus is going around, and everywhere you look, or every page you look on the internet, or turn on TV, the lead news thing is or at least another death in coronavirus, or this many more cases in this state or in this country, or they shut this down because of coronavirus, and now it's bleeding over into the NBA, where they're talking about empty stadiums and all this sort of thing. And I'm not the one to panic over anything until I fully get the facts. Not saying that this is not something serious. It could be, but as far as I know, the flu kills a lot of people too.
Yes, it does.
Stop. The flu kills. I'm going as well now. No. But yeah. So, is it time to panic yet? Or, I mean, I don't know. This is why we're talking about it. I generally do not know. I don't think it's time to panic yet. Because, like I said, people get the flu every year, and I think one stat I saw was from 2018 to 2020, 65,000 people in America died from the flu.
Right.
In 2 years, or somewhere around there. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
A whole lot.
It's a whole lot, and I don't know the percentage of the people of the contracted cases of the flu, but it seems like a lot. But I'm not panicking yet.
Just make sure you wash your hands.
It's probably what you should be washing your damn hands all the time, right?
You should be, but people are nasty.
They know. And which I'm gonna get off topic for a second, but that sign in the you go into a restaurant that says employee must wash your hands. Should the sign say everybody must wash their hands?
That's a good point.
I mean, you would think that sign shouldn't even have to be up.
We shouldn't even need a sign.
You
right?
know.
But yeah.
But at my job, like my office doesn't have a bathroom in the office per se. We have to walk into the hallway and go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And it's a bathroom for the whole first floor of the building, because there's other buildings, there's other companies that's in there.
So a community toilet.
And let's just say that I have witnessed people come in, handle their business, and walk right out without even going near the sink. It's pretty disgusting.
And see, that's how. To be honest, unless it's an airborne disease or whatever, the flu and all this stuff, a lot less people would get it if
people weren't nasty.
If people weren't freaking nasty.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Because let me think about it. You doing that? You doing your business? You're coughing in your hand. You touching money. You give that money to somebody else at a store. There's no way to not get something once it's out there, except for as much as possible washing your hands,
and sanitize.
So the lesson is wash your damn hands, people.
Yes, it is. But the lesson is don't freak out just yet until we get some more information. Now, I don't think we're getting a lot of information on the ages of people who are dying from the coronavirus. I don't know if you can look that up.
I just looked it up. According to CNN, it's over 100,000 infections, and it's killed nearly 3,500 people. It does not tell me the age of people that got killed from the coronavirus.
3,500 out of 100, roughly 101,000. That's around about 3%.
Okay.
Give or take a few. And I mean, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a lot to me so far. But I mean, it's new. It's how many months has this been going on? Well, it probably has been going on months in China before we even knew about it. To be honest, but
I'm pretty sure.
But at one point, I know last week the death toll in China was 2%. And if it stays like that, I mean, that's what you get. Like, it doesn't all of a sudden jump to 10%, you know? That's just not how the world works.
No.
So right now, I would say, yes, you should be taking precautions, but you should be doing that anyway of practicing good hygiene out in the world. Like, why the hell aren't you doing that? Nobody should have to tell you to wash your hands. It's insane.
Because people are nasty.
People are
nasty. I said that earlier.
But, it just seems like they're trying to just scare us into something. Clickbait. There's a lot of clickbait out there. That could be part of it. But I just want y'all to be wary. Be wary before they scare you into some weird vaccination that you probably shouldn't take. I'm just saying. That's just my crazy conspiracy theory. Just be wary. Get all the facts before you react. Oh, that rhymes.
It did. Yeah. It did. You're a rapper.
# bars.
Get all the facts before you react.
But hey, fear is a great motivator.
It is a great motivator, but you got to be careful.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty much all I got to say on that.
Yeah. Well,
you got anything to add?
Fear is I don't know. It is an election year. Coming out with a virus. It's just
every time there's something happening, they come out with something happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Can't be a coincidence.
There's no coincidences in the universe. Everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Yep. We'll be right back with I got something interesting to talk about when we come back. So stick around, or don't leave us. Yo, this is Art from the Brews and Views podcast. Please like and subscribe. And if you've got any questions or any topics you want to hit us up with, hit us at brewsandviewspod@yahoo.com. Yo, we're back with the Brews and the Views. We switched up the beer this time for the next segment. I'm getting to the point where what's going on. Oh, the pen. Okay, there we go. Cliff poured me something in my cup here called Ultimate Light Golden Ale from Mission Brewing Company. That's in Portland, Oregon.
West Side.
Sorry, but they got a lot of corona going on in Washington, Oregon, and whatever. Oh yeah, that golden taste.
Yeah.
I do like golden types of beer.
Not bad.
Man, that's so smooth. It tastes like water.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, it's 99 calories and
3 carbs.
3 carbs. So
Beautiful thing.
I don't know what that means, but it also said crafted to remove gluten.
So it's beer substitute.
He said it's beer substitute.
Beer substitute with no gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, because people have gluten that can't really eat or drink stuff that has gluten in it.
Gluten allergies and things like that.
Yeah.
No. Were there gluten allergies in the 80s and the early 90s, the years that we were...
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't remember hearing nothing about it.
I don't know,
Were
but
people just getting sick of something and they didn't know what it was?
that could be.
Yeah, that could be.
Well, they do make all types of gluten-free beer if that's what you need in your life. Don't cut out the beer. Just find the gluten-free stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's... I recommend. Like I said, this is a passion of mine, drinking beer. Always drinking responsibly, most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's this Mission Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
Ultimate Light Golden.
Ultimate Light Golden. Yeah, try it out.
Yeah.
We're talking about...
the W's.
Let's say. Yeah. Well, we were talking about coronavirus last segment and the fear of it, and that kind of got me into what I want to talk about right now, and that's just fear in general and what it's doing now, or how fear is playing a part in our society today. I don't know if, well, you should be, unless you've been living on the rock, I don't know, but everybody should have seen Star Wars at some point. I know Justin's an avid Star Wars guy.
Yes, I am.
Big Cliff, you
Nah, seen some, hit and miss here and there, but
sorry, some bitch you
don't judge me.
Well, one of my favorite characters, and actually is my favorite character from just any movie or show or whatever, is that's Master Yoda, little green thing. He says, fear is the path to the dark side. And fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. And that's just not in some Star Wars universe or Tatooine, wherever Luke is from. Tatooine, yeah. See that? You see what I did there?
Yeah, I got you.
But it works in the earth too. Fear leads to anger. And I'm going to start right there. Fear, what it does is when people feel fear, and you can look at it from an animal standpoint, when you back an animal into a corner and he's fearful, what does the animal do?
Attack.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. It's a defense mechanism. And to fight, you got to get angry. And so the fear makes you angry. But if you don't channel that anger into a positive direction, or you don't, you let it overcome you, that fear turns to hate.
Yeah.
And the more hate you have and the less love you have in your heart, you will begin to suffer. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. And from what I'm seeing now is that they're showing a lot of fear or promoting a lot of fear on TV. Your respective side of the media, whether it be Fox News, MSNBC, they're all promoting fear. One side's promoting be wary of this government's coming to take your guns, or this government, beware of the communists and the socialists and all this stuff. Then the other side is saying, beware of the ignorant orange-haired guy in the White House.
Yeah.
It's just each side is saying, every time you turn it on, they're saying these guys are going to do something. Be scareful, be fearful. And so now everybody is scared, whether it's climate change or whatever it is. People are fearful. So now they become angry. And when they become angry, you see it on social media in the comment sections, nothing but arguing and I will be the first to say, look, no matter what your belief, no matter what the next person's belief is, 9 times out of 10, maybe 9.5 99.9 times out of 10, you're not going to change that person's opinion on what it is.
Not at all.
Not at all. So now you're seeing just people being angry at each other, going back and forth, saying all this crap, and it's not getting you anywhere. And next thing you know, people are starting to hate each other. This political climate today is tearing families and friends apart, all because they've let the fear of what the media is putting into their heads make them angry. And if you don't control that anger, now you're hating somebody who believes less different than you. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what somebody's belief is, you should not hate them for it.
True.
You can disagree up and down all you want, but the hatred that I am seeing, and this is from either side, you got these crazy right-wing alt-right motherfuckers that's just going all in for Trump and all the crazy nonsense that he's doing, but then you got these ultra left-wing people who are just as violent and crazy as the alt-right, and it's not getting us anywhere. Where is it getting us?
No.
This discourse that we're having,
because they're just, again, they're not seeing the other person's side. It's like, I'm right, and so because I'm right, you have to be wrong, and you need to see what I see. And that's not the way it should be.
it should not be that way. I disagree with people on a bunch of stuff, and you know what? I still went and had some beer with them. Still go over their house. Still play with their kids. I don't agree with everybody. I don't agree with y'all all the time.
Exactly.
But that's
just like our production meeting. We had a disagreement in there, a big one. But that don't mean y'all ain't my boy. You know, y'all my boys. It's
sad to see where it's going, and all this hate is. And now look, on each side of the aisle, you might have these gripes, and they might be legitimate in your eyes of what the future is, you know, how it's fearing you. These people are coming for this. These people are going to do that.
right.
Which is, you know, it could be true. I don't know. Don't really care. All I care about is the level of love that you have in your heart for these, you know, these people that you disagree with, and you can, and by all means, I'm be the first to say, by all means, if you think voting for this person or that person is going to change the world and make things better, do it. If you think giving money to this organization is going to change the world and make it better, do it. If you think helping these people over here or doing this over here, by all means, do it. But remember that the only true way to fix the world, or fix our country, start there, but the only true way to do it is to love your neighbor.
That's true.
You can vote, give money, do whatever you want, but the only true way is to love your neighbor. If you love your neighbor and that person loves their neighbor, it eventually goes around the world and everybody's loving each other. And people laugh this lady off the stage when she first got on there, but she's the only one that said this, and that was well, she didn't say love your neighbor, but she said love is the only way to fix this world, and that was Marianne Williamson. But people laughed at it. Now, she's not a president. She's not, you know, let's be real.
Yeah.
She's not a president, but she's the only one that really said something that truly made sense and that could affect it, that everybody could do. And you know, but that's the only way we're going to change anything in this world. You know, you can, climate change is coming, believe it or not, you know, whatever. You can have this policy, you can vote this person in, but as far as as bleak as the future sounds, and as fearful you are of it, the only way to conquer that is by loving everybody in the world.
Yeah. My biggest issue with the fear thing and y'all can comment on this as you go, is I really don't like when the politicians, and I'm not going to say one way or the other which one, but I don't like when the politicians use the fear as a weapon. I mean, do y'all agree with that?
They both do
that's
it.
what I was going to say. When they use fear as a weapon, like, oh my God, you better vote for me because that guy right there, he's evil. Or,
It's a powerful weapon.
yeah.
That guy's evil, or blacks are gonna suffer, or
Yes.
you know, it's crazy. You're trying to scare a vote out of me.
Right.
And it's not
Instead
going
of
to work.
giving me some facts of what
you're
actually going to do.
Right. Don't tell me why this guy is wrong. Tell me why you're right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's actually. I mean, I'm an independent, but I'll vote for whoever I feel is, got the best ideas. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's the biggest problem I've had with the Democratic debate stuff going on is everybody's saying we need to beat Donald Trump, which is probably true. But what are you going to do after that? There's only one up there saying what they're going to do after that, and that's Bernie, even though I'm not a big Bernie guy. But he's the only one that's actually saying what he's actually going to do. And he's not giving a lot of details on how he's going to do it, but he's the only one saying what he's going to do.
That's besides the point, though.
Yeah.
We don't need the details.
Oh, yes, we do need the details. Yes, we do need the details of how he's going to do it. But I will respect him for saying that, actually only saying, the only one saying what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
Biden got the black vote, so
he's riding those coattails, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
he got the black vote. So Bernie Sanders released a ad with Obama speaking in it. I mean, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's a coincidence. I'm not gonna speak for him, but maybe it's a coincidence. But Biden gets the black vote, and then you release an ad with Obama speaking. I'm just saying, maybe it's a coincidence. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm just saying, how do people not see it?
Because they don't want to see it.
Like it's so obvious what he's doing. Oh God. Oh man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can form your own opinion of that. Those are the facts.
Politics at its finest, huh?
Yes, you can form your own opinion. But yeah. So now,
Well, it should be a good. I don't know if they're gonna do the old. I don't know if he's gonna have enough delegates when he gets to Milwaukee convention
Right.
to outright win it. But more than likely, the super delegates, because we know how, we know how they work. They're going to go to Biden. I'm not a Bernie guy, but I feel sorry for him. But the bad thing about it is, or at least for him, is he has this belief system. Yet he doesn't have a party that's with it. So he has to run in a party who doesn't agree with him whatsoever.
well, he's technically an independent. A lot of
is.
people don't know that.
He is an independent.
Bernie Sanders is technically an independent. So I kind of find it odd that he's running on the Democratic ticket.
Because that's the only way he could get as far as that he's gotten to. Because now the votes, I fully believe he would have the same votes, but he would not have the same media coverage because you do have a Democratic channel and you have a Republican channel. You do not have a socialist channel.
There's no, in America, it is a two-party system.
Two-party
You either
system.
run as a Democrat or you run as a Republican. There is no other. You're not going to win it as an independent, a socialist, or whatever. If you're not one of those two, you are not winning the
Green
presidency.
Party. Ralph Nader could have the best ideas you ever heard of in your life. Doesn't matter. He ain't getting no traction.
doesn't matter. I mean, if you and yeah, I mean Bernie's fighting an uphill battle because I mean
You might as well just cash in his chips right now.
democratically speaking, he is way that way to the left.
Well, but what's going to happen when he gets shafted and all these young people that are following him, and what's going to happen when that? Because they've already seen him get shafted once.
Well, I got news for you. Suck it up, Buttercup, because it's about to happen again.
Not Buttercup.
I'm just saying, it's about to happen again. And if I'm lying, y'all tell me where to lie.
If you've never seen outrage before, just wait till they say Biden is a Democratic nominee and watch what happens on social media.
Well, it's going to happen. What's probably going to happen is the orange one's going to get elected again.
Oh, no question. I'm sad to say, it's sad to say, but Biden is not going to beat Trump.
Cliff, you feel like you got something to say there that you're biting your tongue till it bleeds there, brother.
No, not this time.
We'll see. That's why I find it funny, and I don't know where this conversation is really going, but I find it funny that the DNC doesn't put forth the people who can actually beat Trump, because actually there's one who I think could have beat him, but she talked some shit about Hillary and she got shafted.
Ooh.
I think Tulsi Gabbard could have beat Donald Trump.
No.
I think she could.
No.
I think we're so war weary now that she would have got a lot of those
Nope.
war weary votes.
Nope. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I don't think so because she is too, I don't want to say agreeable, but too, well, that's okay, let Trump do, we're going to move on. She's too, that ain't going to happen.
Well, but what I do like about it, because she is bad,
Yeah, that ain't
is that she called out Hillary and her people for what she was, what they were, and that is what basically what got her discarded.
Megan, may have some people that don't like what I'm about to say, but the rules are for the powerless around in this country.
Well, every rule is for the powerless.
Yes. So if it's a Republican-controlled Senate, Republican-controlled White House, and a Republican-controlled House, they do whatever they want to. And if it was vice versa, if a Democratic controlled all of it, you're going to do whatever you want to. Now, the problem lies when you don't control all three. And it's kind of what we're getting into right now because one party controls the House.
Yeah, and it's probably going to happen again. So then you get nothing accomplished. And you just get
Exactly.
a bunch of fights, which, in my opinion, I think that's what they want. I don't think either one of them wants to do anything. They just want to keep fighting. Therefore, we keep fighting. And if we keep, one of the oldest sayings in the world is divide and conquer. Yeah. As long as we're fighting amongst ourselves here, they can do whatever the hell they want to do up there.
Yeah.
And each side
money keeps flowing to
the
everybody.
money keeps flowing. Each side does a little policy here and there to appease their voters.
Yeah.
But the main thing is Wall Street keeps pumping in their money.
And the money keeps flowing
The money
to
keeps
everybody.
flowing. So therefore,
Listen. And again, in no way would I support certain candidates. But that candidate is fighting for the middle class. Yada. Okay. Now, he's a billionaire. He's on the Republican side. The Democratic side, Bernie Sanders, fighting for the working class. He's a millionaire. He has 3 houses. So to me, both of y'all, how are y'all fighting for this? Well, both of y'all are not part of it. Exactly.
Nonsense.
But you're saying this guy's wrong. I'm fighting for you, and he's saying, you can't trust him. I'm fighting for you.
Can't trust either one of y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all can't relate.
For the people who
Yeah.
didn't, I guess if you can't think for yourself, you can't see it. Because then you got a guy who got a little traction at first, who Bloomberg came in, he dropped out, but he came in and he spent over $500 million in ads. Ads!
Yes.
How much would it cost to get the water fixed in Flint, Michigan?
Exactly. But that doesn't benefit him. That only benefits black people that was
if you're not
part of the stop and frisk. But that's a whole nother story. We're going to leave that alone.
And that's what I'm saying. All I want is pay attention, do your own research, and love one. If the 340 million people in America, whatever it is, if we all got along and loved each other, it wouldn't matter what them 400 motherfuckers up in Washington were doing.
That's true.
It would not.
But
they'd be non-existent.
But again, if they say you can't trust them, then you're gonna have millions of people saying, yeah, you can't trust them.
But that's what I don't understand is why. I mean, I guess I do understand.
Because no one has a brain. No one's doing any thinking on their own.
If you're on the whatever side you're on, you usually only search or look for news, or when you do web searches, you search for stuff that validates your point.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever looks for a counterpoint to their argument. Like when I look at something, I want to see like all angles of it. I need pros, I need cons, I need your point of view, I need that person's point of view. I need it all.
And they're not speaking to you.
They're not.
And my grandma used to say, it's an old saying my grandma used to say, when you're talking to somebody, don't listen to respond, listen to what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a big issue of what's happening right now. If people get in a political argument or a political debate, you're not hearing the other person's side. You're listening so you can respond to what they say. It's not a good thing to do.
No, you're just looking for
an opening. Yeah. Again, I have co-workers, friends that I sit down and talk to, and we might be on opposite sides of the issue that we talking about. But when we sit down and talk, sometimes I go, damn, that's a really good point. And sometimes we'll be discussing it and they'll say the same thing. They'll say, you know what, that's a good point though.
Well, see, both of y'all are looking to understand versus to win.
Right. And I think that goes back to the fear. We can bring this right back to the full circle.
Back to the fear.
Because a lot of people have fear of what they don't understand, so they don't understand the other side's point of view.
Fear what you don't understand, hate what you can't conquer.
Exactly.
And that's what it's getting to. And I will say that the more hate you have, as Master Yoda said, you'll suffer. I'm sorry, but it's true. You'll suffer out of that. And once you start hating,
suffer you will.
Suffer you will.
Wow.
Once you start hating, when you hate, the love is going out of your heart. And suffer is nothing but depression. And that's another topic we could talk about. You want to stop mass killings and things like that? You want to stop drug use? Get rid of the depression. You know how to get rid of the depression? Stop being fucking assholes and listen to one another.
So it's a very blunt way of putting it, but yes, this is a good way.
Yes. That's all suffering is. It's nothing but depression, and a lot of these people in this world are depressed because they're paying attention to their government and they want their government to fix what's going on in the world, and the government's not going to fix what's going on in the world because it does not benefit them whatsoever. Ever. I don't care who the candidate is. Fixing the world does not benefit them because you don't need them if everything is good.
Right.
There's no money in the cure.
There's no money in the cure. Cancer could have been cured a long time ago.
Yeah.
But there's no money in curing cancer. There's money in helping you live with it. Here's this medication. Here's this chemo. Pay.
The money is alleviating the symptoms. There's no money in the cure.
Helping you manage. Yes. Helping you manage.
That's right.
Helping you manage the pain. Helping you manage your job. Helping you manage what's going on.
Right.
So, I don't know. I started with fear. I don't know where we ended up, but I think we had a good discussion on it.
We did. We brought it back to fear. It came all full circle.
Yeah. So, I don't know what we're going to talk about next. All right. We're back with Brews and Views. Right now, we are on the Star Hill Front Row Golden Ale. 4.9% Golden Ale. It's a little, I don't know, feels just about as light as the last one we were drinking, the Ultimate Light from Omniscient Brewing Company. But
Tastes more like beer than that one.
tastes more like beer than you?
Yeah, that last one was just water.
Okay. Water, that's what I call Miller Lite.
Fair.
But yeah. But Star Hill, that's a brewing company out in Crozet, Virginia. Check it out. I do always recommend support locally. Keep your money locally if possible, and also, there's a lot of breweries in Virginia.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give you a count one day. I'm gonna go through a list and I'm gonna count them all out and I'm gonna see what it is. But it's shoot, in Virginia alone, in Scott's Edition alone, it's a lot.
And this might be an episode for us, but maybe one day we'll take the brew tours of Richmond. And that might be an episode. We might go through the different breweries.
I would like to, as we continue, we're just starting this podcast thing out. I like to get it, going to growing to things like that. So hopefully, we'll get there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with it. Y'all like the Star Hill Golden Ale?
Well, like I said, I definitely like it better than that last one, the omission one.
To be fair, the omission one's coming out of can, and I'm not a beer out of a can guy.
I don't think putting that in a bottle was going to save it. I really don't, man.
It was unsavable.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's a little closer to my domestic beers that I drink. I'm pretty much a domestic guy. So.
Well, all right. Well,
but as long as they're beer in a mug, we're good.
hey,
And it's cold.
Yeah.
I mean, be honest. If I don't have nothing else to drink, Pabst tastes good to me.
I ain't going that far.
Well, look.
That shit is disgusting.
Shit, I'll get some High Life in a minute.
Look, if you ain't got, if you don't have anything, it does taste good.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But
PBR.
that's one thing you'll never hear. At least you won't hear me drinking on this podcast.
No.
It's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No.
Because I'm not a 19-year-old college kid from Longwood University. But yeah, so this is segment 3. We're going to be talking about, I like to talk about the MVP discussion in the NBA right now. Right now, people have Giannis
Antetokounmpo.
There you go.
Yeah, what they said.
I can't say it either.
I can't say it. There's a Greek name.
A lot of vowels.
Yeah. But
What did Chance the Rapper say? Nope.
yeah. Well, they got him as the front runner, and pretty much they're saying hands down the winner of the MVP. But I would like to throw my vote, my non-vote,
Okay.
in for LeBron James, who, and I'm going to tell you this, I hated LeBron James for, what year is this, 16?
I don't know. He's old.
Yeah. So for these last 2 years, I've grown to like him because he's on my team now.
He's on the Lakers.
He's on the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan. But before that, I hated him. Not because of this game, just because I have to hate the best. And for the last some odd years, he's been the best player in the NBA. I'm sorry, it's not really debatable.
You're about to offend some people.
You might, but you give me somebody throw out a name.
Because you got half of the people that Steph Curry, you're going to offend some people.
Like Steph Curry is nice, but he ain't no LeBron.
You ain't nice if you ain't on the floor.
Yeah, you got that right there. But from what I've seen, I don't know if you can pull up the plus minus. Somebody look that up. Plus minus of LeBron on the court. Watching this year, what he's doing, he's got one of the best NBA players on his team now, in Anthony Davis. And when LeBron is off the court, the Lakers don't look so good.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of Laker games, and LeBron goes out first. And when LeBron goes out, they bring in Kuzma, and they bring in Rondo, and Caldwell Pope, and some other random dude, and AD.
Some other random dude?
Yeah. And AD. And
you don't even get a name.
It doesn't look good. They're not the same team, even as good as AD is, without LeBron on the court. And so, is the MVP the best player in the league, or is it the most valuable player? That's what MVP stands for.
I don't know. But go ahead, Cliff.
Well, that's a debate because for the longest time they were always giving it to the so-called best player on the so-called best team, which I was always against. I mean, when I look at it, you say most valuable player, I'm looking at the one whose team would clearly suffer if they weren't there.
It's looking like the Lakers would, because I've seen the Lakers struggle with LeBron now on the court, but I've seen Milwaukee still look pretty decent when Giannis is not on the court.
Antetokounmpo. You gotta try a little harder than that.
I had nothing. That's all I had. But it's because I don't know, the supporting cast that Giannis has is a little bit better than the Lakers, even though the Lakers have AD. Danny Green is good in the corner.
He's old now.
He's like the PJ Tucker of small forwards or guards.
The Bruce Bowen.
The Bruce Bowens. Rondo is old. Caldwell Pope, unless you pass it to him, he's not going to make a bucket. You know, he's a catch-and-shoot type of dude. Let's not even talk about Jared Dudley. Actually, the best role player they got might be Caruso and his balding mid-20s.
Man, his hairline is back.
He's like 25.
No way.
Nah, 25, 26, look it up.
Nah, I'm
like
looking at it.
He's no older than 26, and he has no hair.
Man, the dude looked 70.
He does look 70. He needs some of that, is it Propecia?
I don't know.
Or some of that Frank Thomas Nugenics?
Oh, wow.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But there is no way he is 20-something years
Caruso
old.
ain't he's no older than 26,
man.
And he's their best role player.
Look at that.
26?
He is 26 years old.
26 years old. He has no hair.
He just turned 26. His birthday is February 28th.
He wears the headband to throw the scent off of his no hair.
Throw the scent off? The hairman just throws me off.
Yeah.
Just like LeBron did.
Yeah. But LeBron, magically reappeared.
Yes, he did. Well,
we getting off topic.
well, no. I haven't talked about that before I forget. Those first couple games when Bron had those, I don't know if they're hair. Do black people get hair plugs or what is it?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but you saw AD look to him and be like, "Yo, LeBron, your hair," and LeBron had to fix his hair because his hair it was coming out. Y'all can all look at the video. I'm not making this stuff up. His headband was knocking his hair off his head. His plugs out. I'm sorry, but
No, keep going because you're right. I saw the video. It's just funny when you hear it.
It's terrible. I'm sorry,
Why didn't he do that during the off season?
No.
So by the time it take, you know how you plant grass, you gotta let it take.
you plant the grass in the off season so that it's growing strong.
Right.
When the spring comes.
You can't.
LeBron, he planted that shit 2 hours before the game. It was terrible. I'm sorry, but as black men out there, when you start to lose your hair, you cut it all off.
You go bald.
Or you cut it all off, or you deal with the receding George Jefferson hairline. I mean, you just ride it out, right? Look,
You got to accept it.
that's what you do. You either cut it all off, or you deal with what you got. Look, I got this ball, it's going a little thin right here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ride it out. Cut my hair thin most of the time, and I accept it. You don't put plugs in your head.
No. Hey man, Michael Jordan started out with a fade.
Yeah. And that quickly went away.
Most people remember him as the bald head, but we all know when he first came out, he had a fade.
So LeBron, great basketball. Shame on you for that hair stuff. But we're getting off the topic.
Yeah, he should definitely be bald by now. But go ahead.
I do think the most valuable player is LeBron James. Even though Giannis is going to be the best player in the NBA for about 5, 6, 7 years. Soon, very soon, extremely soon. Especially if he can knock down that three a little more. He's starting to knock it down now. He didn't knock it down at all at first, but now he's knocking down a little bit.
I think it depends on if Kevin Durant can come back healthy.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's that, Achilles?
Yeah. That's a big if.
That's a good one.
And Kevin Durant a little older too.
Yeah, he is.
He's a little older.
But he's nice.
But his game is going to translate.
It is.
7 foot with long ass arms.
Yeah.
And can handle the rock and can shoot. That translates pretty much anywhere.
As long as he gets Kyrie off that team.
That's his boy. Him and Kyrie.
That's why he went there.
Yeah. They just fired the coach.
Yeah,
How?
Well, I don't know, because I don't understand, because that team, Brooklyn is in the 8th spot in the East with Kyrie not being there and people like Spencer Dinwiddie, some dude named Levert.
Gerald?
No,
is he one of them?
It ain't Gerald Levert. He died a long time ago.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, is it one of those Leverts?
No, it's not
Is he in that
Levert.
family?
And
Eddie?
I don't know.
No.
He said it's an Eddie.
And Allen with the fro. And
It's
a bunch
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan. Temple. What's his
gosh.
name? Garrett Temple.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of people that
shouldn't be in the AFC in the
should not
playoffs.
be in the AFC in the playoffs.
They're just above G League status.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're seeing there, but
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you said your vote's for LeBron.
yeah, my vote's for LeBron.
Cliff, what's yours?
I guess I got to go with LeBron. Disclaimer: I'm also a Laker fan,
It's a
but
little biased.
well, I don't think I have the bias here because a lot of people ain't gonna like what I say here, but I guess I'm questioning how good is Anthony Davis? We see the skill there, but when he was the guy in New Orleans, they weren't making the playoffs. They weren't playing well. Now he's a glorified number 2. And that could be why they don't look so good when LeBron's not on the floor.
And to be honest, he gets most of his points off of assists from LeBron.
He does.
That's what I was going to say.
He will face up from time to time and shoot a jump shot, 15, 17-foot jump shot, but a lot of people in the league can do that.
He has skill, but I don't see the type that can carry a franchise.
No.
He needs somebody to get him the ball.
Right.
And it's LeBron creating those shots. He creates so many shots for everybody. It's ridiculous. Like he'll score 30 points and you don't see him passing the ball, but all of a sudden he'll have 12 assists, and there are a lot of them are cross court to where he's got his back to the rest of the rest of the floor, and he throws this cross court pass to Caldwell Pope in the corner, who just knocks it down. Who's wide? Who's not in the corner when the ball is thrown? He's moving. So that's the greatest LeBron.
Yeah,
I think he should be the MVP, especially. Well, I don't know when they vote for it, but it should not be voted until. Till at least the finals, but I think they vote on it before then. But
well, it's a regular season award, so it's got to go off what you do in the regular season.
And I was going to say, and that's why I was going to vote for Giannis, because
he's great though.
Regular season Giannis is great.
Yeah.
Now
and they got the best record in the league right now.
He don't have the track record, and he could change this. But generally in the playoffs, he kind of fades out. Whereas LeBron in the playoffs, you get playoff LeBron.
Yeah, he gets better.
Yeah.
He does get better.
Because anybody that could take that Cavaliers team, the first time he was there, to the NBA Finals, you should get more respect for that.
He had a lot of help from David Stern.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I'm saying, man, there's no way that Pistons team that could take down Shaq and Kobe can't handle one LeBron James. You can't convince me of that. I'm not hearing it, man.
Well, he took down Shaq and Kobe, but also had Karl Malone and Gary. I blame Karl Malone and Gary Payton.
He said I blame them. They ain't never been nowhere.
But this is the same team that was known for their defense that couldn't do nothing with LeBron.
But the glove was not. Glove was one of those workout gloves. He had his fingers cut out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His fingers cut out. It wasn't a full glove back by that time. And Karl Malone was a shell of himself. And the Pistons were nice though.
Yeah, they were.
They was nice. And Ben Wallace, his bum ass was sweet for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace, Rip.
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups. They was nice. But I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a thing on Twitter the other day. I'm going to ask y'all this question. It says, next 5 years in the NBA, you can pick one player to be on your team. Out of, they had Ja Morant, Zion,
Thank you.
LeBron, Steph, and the Beard.
The next 5 years?
Yeah, for the next 5 years. One player to be on your team.
Right now, from what I'm seeing in this short period of time, I'm loving me some Zion Williamson.
That's it. And I'm going John Morant.
And he's nice. That's my second pick.
Yeah. Because for 5 years, the other three, they gonna be old.
They old. But Zion or John Morant, John Morant goes so hard, and
he nice.
He is nasty.
He is nice.
He has completely accelerated Memphis' rebuild.
Man. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he's good. And then from this little 15 games I've seen Zion in or something like that. When he catches the ball, he doesn't think about it. He just goes. And I've never seen so many rebound putback, like quick rebound putback before in my life.
Man, that game when they played the Lakers, the last one where him and LeBron was going back and forth. Man, that's one of the best NBA games I've seen in a long time.
It was really good. It was really good. Zion was trying to show who he was. LeBron was trying to show, look, I don't care who Zion is. It's what I'm doing.
That joint was like a Mike Dominique Wilkins game from the 80s.
Mm-hmm. That was a good game.
Not quite.
No, well, not quite.
Not quite.
But I mean, it was in that realm.
Not quite.
I mean, those Mike Dominiques are classics. that LeBron Zion game was creeping into that territory. Now it might not be Mike Dominique yet. You know, maybe
Zion lose 30 pounds.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Yeah, true.
But his first step is so quick for a man that size.
And that
Oh
and
my
that
God.
second jump.
That second jump is so.
Man.
Like I said, when he gets a rebound, as I don't think I've ever seen, maybe since Barkley, that I've seen somebody go back up that quick.
Oh, speaking of Barkley, there's a thing going on right now where Draymond is talking about Barkley, and because Barkley was talking about him.
I saw something about that, something about rings or something.
Yeah, but now the thing on Twitter is who was better, Draymond or Barkley. I'm saying Barkley all day
It's
long.
Barkley, and Draymond needs to shut the hell up.
It's not even a question.
The people are apparently answering. Some people are saying Draymond was a lot better than Barkley. They must be
Draymond's a
this
lot-
generation.
Draymond's a lot better when you have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry
I
and
was just
Kevin
about to say
Durant
that.
on the court.
Yeah. He had a chance. He
He's
had
the
a
fourth option.
he had a chance to shine this year. What did he do?
They're terrible.
There it is.
Barkley's old ass made an old Dan Marley look good.
Yes.
An old Kevin Johnson look good. An old Danny Manning look good. They want. This the only team. Old Barkley is the only team that took Jordan to 6 games.
Man, listen. If it weren't for Jordan, Barkley might have had a ring with the Sixers, and he definitely would have had one with the Suns.
He definitely would have. They were nice.
Yeah.
They got the MVP that year, which is
Yeah.
with Jordan in the league, they gave the MVP to Barkley because Barkley was that nice.
And when you say people don't have rings, well, there's a lot of people that played in that era that don't have rings because Mike was around.
They gotta understand it, man. Just because you play, you're not entitled to get a ring.
No. And again, in the 90s, if you played basketball, you had to understand
What are you
that
supposed to do?
there's a very good chance that you are not going to win the
What are you
chips.
supposed to do?
There's nothing you can do.
I'm not one of those guys that
And I hated Mike,
I hate Mike.
I did too.
but respect is due.
And I also saw an article the other day. Magic Johnson still hates Mike for that
The
switching
switch
hands
hands
and midair during '91 joint.
Man, I tried that for like 2 years in '92. I could never make it.
You can't hang that long.
Yeah, never could make it.
So I just always looked at it. If I'm up there for a dunk, why am I gonna lay it up?
Yeah, and he didn't have to do that.
He didn't.
Did it to show off. Nobody was up there blocking with him. He was just doing it.
But to answer your question, Cliff. Why he did it was just to show off. Why I tried it because
I want to be like.
I want to be like Mike. So I tried it.
Yeah.
Never could make it. I even hit a few backboard poles, but that's a whole different story.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not one of those guys that measures your greatness by the rings that you
No.
get. I think it's an unfair
It is.
thing that they put on these players.
It is.
Because from what I've seen, I mean, everybody's talking about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and John Elway, before he even won those two, was one of the best I had ever seen. And Dan Marino.
That's where I was getting ready to go.
Look, Dan Marino, if y'all ain't never seen Dan Marino play, you need to go back and watch some game tape because those balls that he was throwing in there, Dan Marino was that dude.
If Dan Marino had any semblance of defense,
Yes.
they would have won 9 championships.
Man, listen. Dan Marino
I've never
was that
seen
dude.
nobody fire the ball around like Dan Marino.
So quick, like you didn't see him wind up. He was
Right.
throwing. He was great. Dan Marino, and he gets when they talk about the great ones, he might get a mention, but I think he's getting an unfair.
Because he never won one.
And it's unfair because I'm sorry, but aren't there on the field 21 other people?
Yes.
It's more basketball. You can do that with basketball,
Yeah.
more so than you can do with football.
But definitely not in football.
You can't do it with football.
Uh-uh.
And I don't know.
I mean, he went to the Super Bowl in his rookie year,
What else do you want?
and he ran against Joe Montana.
He ran against Joe. No,
His rookie year,
Redskins.
his rookie year, they went against the 49ers. They went the year before against the Redskins.
okay. Well,
They went
yeah.
back his rookie year, and that's when Joe Montana won his first.
And see, that's the thing. Speaking of, went from basketball to football, but this is important. Who was Dan Marino's competition? And he came out with Jim Kelly. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jim Kelly.
It's a 30 for 30.
John Elway, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
And then he had to go, even though they weren't champions, Warren Moon was out there in the AFC. It was a lot of competition.
I forgot about Warren Moon.
Yes. Oh, yes. He got the most.
The godfather of the spread offense.
Yeah.
Warren Moon.
With the run and shoot.
Yes.
He might have the most yards altogether between here and Canada.
Maybe.
I've looked that up, but
maybe we do that on the topic one time of, black quarterbacks. But that's a whole different.
Well,
unfortunately, it'll be a short segment.
No, why it's a short segment? Why that? We're going into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can count them on one hand, but there's a lot of good ones out there. I'll just say that don't get the chance. They get moved to other positions.
There's only 2 of them that won Super Bowls, ain't it?
One.
Well, no, 2. You got Doug Williams and Russell Wilson.
You're right. I forgot about Russ winning one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Russ, did anybody see what's happening with his hair?
Well, it's got the mixed hair going on.
Yeah, but I think he permed it or straightened it or something. He looked like a 50s R&B singer.
Well,
Evidently Sierra likes it.
He's not your average cat.
No. But he is from our city, so
He's got a soul glow, Dad.
you're so stupid, boy. Doesn't have a soul glow.
Sidebar, why is the Weeknd on SNL with the Breathe Right strip on his nose and blood coming out of his eye?
Oh, it's his new album. That's his thing with his album.
What do you mean?
It's his new album.
What do you mean?
All right, we're going off topic here.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the TV. I'm seeing
the TV's playing here and then where we're recording that, and yeah.
Looked like he got his ass whooped before he came on
I
stage.
think the Weeknd got in a fight before he went on stage.
No, he didn't. It's part of his album.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's get back.
You young folk.
So the final tally is we all agree that it probably should be LeBron getting back to the top.
I mean, it's 19 or 20 games left for most of these teams, and I think it should be LeBron.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
you.
my vote.
That's mine too.
Yeah, I gotta go with that.
Yeah.
And I'm a Laker fan through and through, but I'm not trying to be biased. But from what I've seen, the Lakers suck without LeBron on the court. Milwaukee can still win without Giannis on the court.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm running out of stuff to talk about.
Really?
And running out of beer.
And running out of beer.
No, you've had enough beer tonight.
Shut up. So this has been the last installment, the 5th installment of Brews and Views. We will be back maybe a couple weeks. I think we might be off next week.
Yeah, but I think we got a couple of things to release next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you'll hear us when you hear us. Stay tuned. You'll get the alert. Remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends, your coworkers, your family. Yes, please do that for us. And turn on push notifications.
Post notifications.
I don't know. I'm not a YouTube guy. Whatever you said. Well, yeah. See you next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Yo, this is Just for Brews and Views. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you would like to contact us for questions or maybe topics you would like to hear, hit us up at brewsandviewspod@yahoo.com. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe.